Hey, have you ever denied Jesus? I know I have. Sure, it wasn't standing in a courtyard denying his name, but it was choosing not to do the right thing even if I knew it was wrong. Or maybe it was staying quiet instead of standing up for someone. Times that I've held on to pride instead of forgiving someone. Or the moments that I don't love or reflect the person of Jesus the way that I should, or the way that I want to. We're continuing our Holy Week series today, and we're picking up right before Jesus is arrested. You see, the disciples, they had just learned that one of them was going to betray Jesus. They didn't at the time fully understand what that meant, but they didn't want to be the one. And in the midst of that discussion, they continued this conversation about how they viewed their own commitment to following Jesus. In Luke 22, verses 24 to 34, we read, "A dispute also arose among them as to which of them was considered to be the greatest. Jesus said to them, 'The king of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who exercise authority over them call themselves benefactors. But you are not to be like that. Instead, the greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the one who rules like the one who serves. For who is greater, the one who is at the table or the one who serves? Is it not the one who is at the table? But I am among you as the one who serves. You are those who have stood by me in my trials, and I confer on you a kingdom just as my Father conferred on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned your back, strengthen your brothers." But he replied, "Lord, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death." And Jesus answered, "I tell you, Peter, before the rooster crows today, you will deny 3 times that you know me." I think we often read Peter's story here as a warning, as a lesson about what not to do. And sometimes I feel like we need to give Peter a little bit more grace. The truth is, Peter's words in verse 33 are honest. "Lord, I'm ready to go with you to prison or to death." That's the person that Peter wants to be. That's the person that Peter believes he is. And Jesus knows Peter's heart. But Jesus also knows what Peter is about to face. Shortly after that conversation, Jesus is arrested. And we pick up our story in verse 54. It says, "Then seizing him, they led him away and took him into the house of the high priest. Peter followed at a distance. And when someone there had kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together, Peter sat down with them. A servant girl saw him seated there in the firelight. She looked closely at him and said, 'This man was with him.' But he denied it. 'Woman, I do not know him,' he said. A little while later, someone else saw him and said, 'You are also one of them.' 'Man, I am not,' Peter replied. About an hour later, another asserted, 'Certainly this fellow was with him, for he is a Galilean.' Peter replied, 'Man, I don't know what you are talking about.' Just as he was speaking, the rooster crowed. The Lord turned and looked straight at Peter. Then Peter was remembered the word the Lord had spoken to him, 'Before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times.' and he went outside and wept bitterly. Again, in light of giving Peter some more grace here, Luke writes something important. Peter followed at a distance. The other disciples, they ran. Peter didn't. He follows. He wants to see what's happening. He cares deeply about Jesus, and he's trying not to let the claims about him denying Jesus come true. There's this distance now, but Peter is there. A servant girl recognizes him. Someone else recognizes his Galilean accent. 3 times Peter is asked if he knows Jesus, and 3 times he denies it. And then the rooster crows. The Lord turned and looked straight at Peter. The word here usually signifies a look of interest or love or concern. Not anger, not condemnation, but a look that says, I know you. I knew this would happen, and I haven't given up on you. This moment isn't the end of Peter's story, because Jesus had said something earlier. I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Peter fell, but he didn't fall away. Jesus knew Peter's failure before it happened, and he still loved him, and he still prayed for him. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. But Jesus never denied Peter. I've denied Jesus, but Jesus has never denied me. Maybe you've denied Jesus, but Jesus, he's never denied you.